Hey YouTube boxing fans. Folks, this channel gives you analysis, breakdowns, breaking news, and predictions of all major fights. So please make sure to hit the subscribe button below. Alright folks, I just realized I haven't made a video about Miguel Cotto versus Daniel Geale. No, this fight is interesting, and this is the kind of fight that I went back and forth in my head and who's going to win this fight. And people just remember the disaster fight that Daniel Geale had with Gennady Golovkin, and they just remember the knockout where he was stopped in the third round. But they forget that Daniel Geale had some success in parts against Triple G Gennady Golovkin. I mean, in some parts, Gennady Golovkin just couldn't catch Geale. Geale was too quick. He was moving his head, and he was weaving and dodging, and he was making Gennady miss. And at times, he was making Gennady look slow and miss in a big way. But Daniel Geale has a great resume. I mean, I thought his fight against Barker was a draw, and he went on to lose that fight. He knocked down Barker in the middle of the fight, somewhere in the 6th, 7th round, by a vicious punch to the body. And I'm not sure how Barker recovered from that and came back to win the fight with, I think it was a majority or a split decision. But he's a decent fighter, folks, and a lot of people think that Cotto, is gonna walk through this guy. It's not gonna be the case. Geale just fought Fletcher, and he beat him unanimously. And Daniel Geale knows how to fight, and he has power, folks. He has power in both hands. I mean, he did connect against Gennady Golovkin flesh, but Gennady Golovkin is a different breed. I mean, the guy is not human. I mean, you hit him with a hammer, he doesn't go down. You hit him with a baseball bat, he doesn't go down. I'm not sure what he's made of, but he's just a different animal. So now back to Cotto. Cotto has been out of the ring for a year, and we need to take that into consideration. There's going to be some ring rust, folks, and it's going to take a few rounds for him to get his rhythm back. But, Cotto hasn't been training during that year off. I mean, he recently, teamed up with Freddie Roach, and now they're in training camp trying to get ready for this fight. Cotto has that vicious right hand that he uses it, he goes to the body, and he does a good job protecting his chin. Okay, so Cotto is gonna be he's gonna be going to the body a lot, and he's gonna be looking to try to make a statement in the first few rounds. Okay, trying to come strong, try to cut off the ring, and try to trap Geale into the ropes, and basically just duplicate Gennady Golovkin's fight. And that seems to be the blueprint. If he can simulate that, I think that's the keys to victory. Just track him down and trap him, cut off the ring, and just jab, measure, jab, and then hit to the body. So he has a chance, and then Geale has a chance as well. This is a 50-50 fight. A 50-50 chance for both fighters. And the only thing I see, the advantage that Cotto has, this thing is a catchweight 157. But I don't see, it's a little advantage to Cotto because he's not a big middleweight. But Geale it was reported that he's already close to that weight limit, so it's not going to be a problem for him meeting weight. And right now I can't make up my mind, so I'll have to watch these two closely and give you my prediction video when that fight approaches. But so folks, I can't wait for that fight because Cotto, I was a fan of Cotto for a while, but recently he's been strange. And he was gonna fight Canelo Alvarez, then he backed out of that fight, and now he's talking about he doesn't want to be pressured, and a whole bunch of nonsense. So Cotto is just go and do his business in the ring and stop talking. I mean, even with the fight Manny against Floyd, initially Cotto came out and said, "Hey, I believe that Manny is gonna beat Floyd." Then 2 weeks later, they asked him again, and he's like, "Well, I'm not sure. I'm not gonna say who's gonna win the fight. The best man, blah blah. It's just all a bunch of nonsense. Just be straight, and don't beat around the bush. So a lot of this Ace being an A side fighter is getting into his head too much. He needs to get off that mentality and just go and fight. If he fails against Daniel Geale, and there's a good chance, folks, that he's not gonna be able to pull himself together against Geale. Geale is not, is not, what's his name? The middleweight, Maravilla. He's not Maravilla with two busted knees. He's not Sergio Martinez. I mean, he's the real deal. Okay. And just because Gennady Golovkin disposed of him early, it doesn't mean he's an easy target. This guy, he was a world champion a couple times. His resume is stacked up. Geale's resume is impressive, folks. So, we'll see. We'll see. If Cotto doesn't win, then he goes back to the drawing board. He's at the bottom of the barrel, and he can forget about Cotto because Geale will be fighting Cotto then. So he can forget about Gennady Golovkin. He can forget about the big money fight. He can forget about pay-per-view. If you don't beat Geale, that's the end of the road for Cotto. I mean, I wouldn't say the end of the road, but he goes way back in the championship lists, and Geale moves up, way up. But you'll see Geale against Canelo, like I said. But the bottom line is Cotto. I've seen Cotto lose to guys like Austin Trout. Austin Trout is a boxer. He's got skills, so he struggles. Cotto does struggle against boxers, people that have good lateral movements. They can avoid his big right hand punch. So if you can neutralize that right hand, you can easily beat Cotto. So, find a way. If Geale can find a way to neutralize him, keep things, keep his distance and doesn't get pressured against the ropes, he'll have a chance. So we'll see how it turns out, but it's going to be a good fight, though. I can't wait for it to happen. And until then, folks, thank you and see you next time. Thanks. Bye.